My dear child, stop what you are doing right now. Do not scroll past this. Do not tell yourself you will come back to it later. Do not convince yourself that you have heard this before, that you already know what is coming, that you do not have time. I need you to stop everything. Take one slow breath and stay right here with me for what I am about to say. Because these words were not placed in front of you by accident. Out of everything competing for your attention right now, the noise of social media, the demands of your responsibilities, the voices in your own head telling you to keep moving, keep hustling, keep performing. Out of all of that noise, this found you. And I believe with everything in me that it found you for a reason. You are not here because you are doing great and everything is fine. People who are doing great and have everything figured out do not need a voice like this one. You are here because somewhere inside of you, underneath whatever face you put on for the world every day, there is a part of you that is tired, a part of you that is confused, a part of you that has been carrying something heavy for a very long time and is starting to wonder if it is ever going to get lighter. You are here because you need to hear something true. Not something polished, not something packaged in perfect language designed to make you feel good for 5 minutes before the feeling disappears. You need something real, something that goes deep enough to actually touch the part of you that has been asking the hard questions in the quiet moments, the questions you do not say out loud because you are not sure anyone would understand. I am going to try to be that voice for you, not because I have all the answers, but because I have walked through enough darkness to know what it feels like to stand where you are standing, and I want to say out loud what so many people are too afraid to say. So do not go anywhere. Stay right here. Every word you read from this point forward has the potential to change something in you, not because I am extraordinary, but because you are ready to hear it, even if you do not know it yet. The fact that you are still here, still reading, still searching, that already tells me something about you. It tells me that the fight in you is not finished. And as long as the fight in you is not finished, your story is not finished. Let us begin. Part 2. The weight you carry. I want to start by talking about something that almost nobody talks about honestly. Not the motivational version of struggle, where the speaker stands on the stage with the perfect suit and the perfect hair and the perfect story about how they hit rock bottom and came back stronger than ever. I want to talk about the real version, the version that doesn't have a clean narrative arc, the version that is still happening to you right now while you are reading this. I want to talk about the weight. You know what I mean when I say the weight. It's not just one thing. It's never just one thing. It's the accumulation of everything you have been carrying for years, sometimes decades, that nobody else fully sees. It's the financial pressure that never quite goes away, the constant low-level hum of anxiety about whether you will have enough, whether you will be enough, whether the gap between where you are and where you need to be will ever close. It's the relationship that is not quite right, the one you keep trying to fix or keep trying to leave and somehow never manage to do either. It's the career that felt like it was going somewhere for a while and then seemed to stall, leaving you in this uncomfortable middle ground where you've invested too much to walk away, but not enough has happened to make you feel like staying was the right choice. It's the feeling of being misunderstood by the people closest to you, of trying to explain what you want, what you need, what you were working towards, and seeing the blank look on their faces, or the polite nod that tells you they're listening but they don't really get it. It's the loneliness that comes from not having no one around you, but from being surrounded by people and still feeling like you are fundamentally alone in something important. It's the comparison. God, the comparison. Every time you open your phone and see someone else announcing a promotion, a new business, a new home, a new relationship, a new achievement, every time that happens, something small but real inside of you shifts. You tell yourself not to compare. You know intellectually that comparison is the thief of joy. You've heard it said 1,000 times, but knowing it and stopping it are two completely different things. And late at night, when the distractions are gone and it's just you and your thoughts, the comparison comes anyway. The quiet, devastating voice that says, "Why them and not me? What am I missing? What is wrong with me?" And then there's the weight of your own expectations. The version of yourself you imagined when you were younger, the goals you set with so much certainty, the timeline you had in your head. By this age, I will have done this. By this year, I will have reached that. And the slow, creeping realization that the timeline you planned and the life you are actually living are not matching up. And you're not sure how to recalibrate, and you don't know if what you wanted was realistic in the first place, or if you somehow went wrong somewhere along the way. That's the weight, and it's heavy. I'm not here to pretend it's not, or to tell you to simply think positively and it will lift. That kind of advice is an insult to the realness of what you are carrying. What I want to say instead is this: the fact that you are still standing under that weight is extraordinary. Most people, when they talk about strength, describe the moments of dramatic courage, the decision to start over, the day they walked away from what was destroying them, the day they took the leap. But I think the most underrated form of strength is quieter than that. It's the strength of just continuing, of getting up in the morning when everything in you wants to stay in bed, of showing up for your responsibilities when you are exhausted and depleted and running on fumes, of maintaining your dignity when circumstances are not dignified, of choosing not to give up on a day when giving up would have been the easiest, most understandable thing in the world. That's what you have been doing. That's what the weight you are carrying actually reveals about you, if you look at it from the right angle. It doesn't reveal weakness. It reveals a kind of endurance that most people never have to develop, because most people never face what you have faced. So before we talk about where you are going, I need you to honor where you are right now. Not with false positivity, not with gratitude journaling that feels performative, but with real, honest acknowledgement that you have been through something hard, that you are still in the middle of something hard, and that you are still here, still trying, still reading, still reaching for something better.
My peace I give to you, not as the world gives, but as I give.
Everything. Part 3. The lie about overnight success. There's a story that our culture tells about success, and it's one of the most damaging lies ever invented. It goes something like this. Successful people had a moment of clarity or genius or opportunity or luck where everything clicked into place and their lives changed. One day they were struggling, and then they had their idea, their break, their investment, their viral moment, and after that, everything was different. Success came suddenly, dramatically, completely, and it transformed them. We love this story because it's clean, it's cinematic, it has a before and an after, it has a turning point you can point to and say, that's where it happened, that's the moment everything changed. And it's almost entirely fiction. I'm not saying those moments don't exist. Sometimes there is a singular event, a book that lands at the right time, a phone call from the right person, a piece of work that happens to go viral, that does provide a measurable before and after. But here's what the story always leaves out. The years, the invisible years, the 10 years of work that happened before the moment, the 10,000 hours that built the skill, the 100 failures that sharpened the judgment, the 1,000 days of showing up when nobody was watching, when no one was clapping, when the results weren't there yet, but the commitment was. The story leaves that part out, because that part isn't cinematic. It's not dramatic. There's no single moment you can point to and say, that's where it happened. It happened slowly, invisibly, incrementally, across months and years of effort that looked from the outside like nothing was happening at all. Consider almost any person you admire. I don't care who it is, a musician, an athlete, an entrepreneur, a writer, a scientist. If you dig past the highlight reel,
If you look at the actual timeline rather than the retrospective narrative, you will find years of obscurity, years of failure, years of rejection, years of inadequacy, of not being good enough yet, of grinding away at something with no guarantee that it would ever pay off. The musician who released the album that changed everything usually released 3 or 4 albums before it that nobody heard. The athlete who became a champion usually lost important competitions many times before they finally won. The entrepreneur who built the company that everyone knows now usually started 2 or 3 companies before it that failed. The writer whose book became beloved usually wrote multiple books before it that didn't sell. The overnight success story is almost always actually a 10-year story. It just looks overnight to everyone watching from the outside because they only started paying attention once the success